Time for a look at some movies from over the weekend. Of course, for that, our movie critic Bob Richards is here with us in studio. And a lot of Olympics were being watched over the weekend. I know I watched a ton.
Yep.
So let's get the gold, silver, bronze, shall we?
Okay. The Olympics did have a little something to do with a down box office. The movies didn't fare so well over the weekend at the box office, the new ones anyway. The Dark Knight Rises was again tops at the box office, although it isn't keeping pace with its predecessor. It dropped 60% from last weekend, but still made $64 million and has brought in $289 million in its first 10 days. The Dark Knight brought in over $313 million by this point in its release. Ice Age Continental Drift was second with $13 million, followed closely by the disappointing returns for The Watch. Step Up Revolution also fell short with just $11.8 million for fourth place. Jack Black is the best he's ever been in Bernie, now at the flicks. I'm not really a Jack Black fan. I can only take him in small doses. But here he gives a performance that is astonishing. I won't tell you much about the movie. The less you know about the plot or the true life story it's based on, the more fun you'll have. It's told in mockumentary style and is very funny. I also loved the performances of Shirley MacLaine and Matthew McConaughey. Bernie is a blast. 4.5 stars out of 5. Step Up Revolution is the fourth in the series. You'd think by the time number 4 rolls around, there's nothing left in the tank. But you'd be wrong. I was mesmerized by the fantastic flash mob dances here. Pretty people, pretty moves, a thin plot, hot music, and hot bodies. It works. 3.5 stars out of 5. Beasts of the Southern Wild is a sparse, peculiar film that teeters on the edge between reality and fantasy. It features characters in an odd Louisiana subculture called the Bathtub, who live in squalor and abject poverty. Performances by the two leads are quite good, especially knowing that they'd never acted before. But the constantly moving camera gets one seasick, and the subject matter gets one heartsick. I wasn't a fan. 3 stars out of 5. Desperate, degenerate, and boring. The Watch is the latest so-called comedy to feature Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller's tired, worn-out shtick. Why do these two keep getting work? They're both so bad it's gotten repulsive. I wanted to run from the theater yelling a warning to all those wanting to see it. Save yourselves! Go home! The film also features Jonah Hill, who is also quickly finding his way into Vaughn and Stiller's same orbit. This film is not funny, but mostly uncomfortable, tired, and jaw-droppingly awful. It's a so-called action comedy that's short on action, and the comedy is non-existent. I loathed it. The Watch is a botch. 1.5 stars out of 5. For my reviews, a look at this week's DVD and Blu-ray releases and more, head over to my website, bobrichardsmoviereviews.com, or link to it at idahoonyourside.com.
I think I got more laughs from your review of The Watch than I would from actually seeing The Watch then. So no need to go to theaters.
Don't bother.
Save my money. All right. Thanks a lot for being with us, Bob.